Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Dying Time is here. That's right. We're talking about Beware of Mom on Kill by Kill.
With two very special guests.
Oh, stop it. You're not in charge of this part. You just hang back. Greetings and salutations, everybody. It's your old pal Patrick Hamilton coming to you once again from some suburban hellscape that we're not really told the name of. This is the Kill by Kill podcast, where we're dedicated to celebrating the least discussed component of any horror film, the characters. And today we're going to unpack all the goriest or lack of gory details of 2020's Lifetime motion picture, Beware of Mom, in the hopes that a blown-up teen's untimely end is just the beginning of the jokes we might make at their expense. And as always, there are only two people I trust to watch bad Lifetime movies with, or even good Lifetime movies, the ones and the onlys, Becky Wilson and Oli Hamilton. How are you both doing today?
Good. Hold on. There are good Lifetime movies?
I mean, I think there are, as we say on the show, they might not be good, but they might be great. Mm-hmm. I would categorize Beware of Mom as having great moments and a not good movie. Those great moments are not as planned. They are funny, not maybe as intentionally as the filmmakers might have wished or wanted or even thought. But Lifetime movies have their own rhythms, and I think there are better ones and worse ones. Right? At effectively doing what a Lifetime movie is supposed to do.
He's only watched one, so.
You've only watched one so far?
Take away precious moments of your life is what I'm gathering.
Well, or adding precious moments to your life.
I think really the major message is beware of Mom.
Yeah. I think you're really undercutting how beware of Mom you're supposed to be in this situation. And so...
I mean, this is more than I haven't had my coffee yet. Beware of Mom, but bum.
Okay.
This is a serious. This is a mother.
Very serious.
This is a mother who has some issues.
Yes, and we will get to them. But let's talk about the origin story here. So, a few weeks back, Ollie, you rushed into the bedroom. We were ensconced in our bed. We have nightcaps on, long robes with butt flaps,
little
the whole
British
9 yards.
Boys, yeah.
Little British boys. And you were excited. You were engaged.
I was so excited.
The flame of inspiration had been lit, and it had been lit by what motion picture?
Beware of Mom. Okay. What else possibly could I be talking about?
That of all the things you could have chosen to watch with a friend.
The cornucopia of choices that are available to you via all of our streaming outlets that we pay good American money for. You chose to go to what outlet for this film?
It's called Fossum.
Fossum. Now, I would assume that would be a combination of the words awesome and flaws, but there's no L involved. So what is Fossum an amalgamation of?
I'm pretty sure it's free and awesome, but we're not told explicitly.
Okay.
I was going to say films and awesome, but free and awesome
could be that too.
No, that sounds better. Yeah. I mean, that's a better idea. Yeah. That's what it is.
Well, Fossum, if you're listening, and we've got better ideas for you.
Please let us know.
So you had gone to an app that I don't believe was installed on our Fire TV.
No, I installed it myself.
Oh, great.
So we have it now.
Mm-hmm. So that's attached to our FBI file.
Fossum anytime we want.
And so we can Fossum it up whenever we wish. One of the interesting parts that I found with Fossum is that this Lifetime movie, which has commercial breaks built into it, the commercial breaks that were shown to us were not during those breaks.
Nope. They were like 2 minutes after.
They were in the middle of words.
Yeah. Yes. And I just feel like it's one thing if it's a movie and it has no commercial breaks. But if you're given a piece of media that has commercial breaks, those are the times to insert the commercials. We have been doing this since the 1950s. This is something we are capable of accomplishing in this country.
Maybe this is the genius of Fossum and Beware of Mom.
I don't think it's unique to Fossum or Beware of Mom. It's more of a general complaint I have with commercial supported streaming platforms. That being said, Fossum offered you who knows how many different things. So did you go to Fossum first, or did you follow the trail of Beware of Mom first?
Oh, definitely Beware of Mom, because
this was Beware of Mom forward.
So it was on their homepage.
But you didn't have a homepage, right? Because you would have to download the app. So did you go to the app first, or did you go find out what Beware of Mom was first?
They don't have a Fire Stick. They have a Roku. So if you go to
the friend she was
on. Oh, okay.
So when you go to the Roku channel, I believe it's called, it displays like a ton of movies and stuff that it think you want to watch. Mm-hmm. And I scrolled down maybe a page, and the first thing that popped up was Beware of Mom.
Okay.
And I was like, what the hell is this?
Okay. Now, are you aware of what the Lifetime channel is?
No.
Okay. Because
explain.
Okay. So Lifetime began its life as basically a women's focused cable channel, which often replayed a lot of nighttime soaps and dramas and dramedies from network television.
And kissing college boys and 40-year-old men, which we'll
that's
get into.
Always inherently a part of it. So there used to be a time in this country when we had proper binmen and whatnot, when TV networks would air these things called movies of the week. Mm-hmm. Now, they would not be as splashy or as well appointed as a motion picture that you would see in a movie theater, but they would often be confronting some sort of social ill or talking point of the day. And Lifetime used to gain a lot of traction from replaying the ones that had the most, I don't know, what would you call things?
I mean, they would rip from the headlines. They would take real stories of women who did dastardly things or husbands who stalked them or whatever. They turn it into a movie. So it was sort of like an antidote or a different type of viewing than, a rom-com that you would find on the Hallmark Channel or something.
But this translated as they went on to them doing their own versions of it, because on network TV, movies of the week were phased out. That was not something that drew enough eyeballs for them. So they went to all programming that was either sports-based, game shows, dramedies, comedies, reality shows, right? So they kind of take over that space and they make a name for themselves as the place to go to find out what the Casey Anthony story was, or all of these individual murder scenarios, whether real or quote unquote inspired by real events. And they just kind of make a slew of them because whether or not people are watching them for genuine entertainment or for ironic entertainment, they provided both of those things.
I see.
And they always would start they're always structured kind of the same way. There's always some sort of major event, like a murder or a setup or a something. And then there's typically the
3 months later.
Yes. Or 1 year later or 6 months before or whatever. But there's something that takes you out of that scene to the past or the future.
And I will say, while this does follow that, it does not contain the words 3 months later.
It doesn't. No.
Which is a leap forward for them. Secondly.
However, it does take place several months later. So it does do that.
It does do that. It just doesn't tell you.
Say it. Yeah.
And it doesn't contain the near volume of establishing shots that I'm used to from a Lifetime. Usually it is establishing the hell out of wherever they are constantly. And this one, when they went to this lady's dress shop, they didn't always give you a shot of the dress shop from the outside. They trusted you that you had memorized that place where all the dresses are is the dress shop. Mm-hmm. And I found that a surprising improvement. Now, I don't know if they've continued that nearly 6 years later, but for 2020, I found that to be revelatory for them. Like they had learned from them. Like I can trust people to know that this isn't a house. This is a dress shop. This is supposedly a nightclub. You can tell because the tables are clear.
Well, are we sure?
Are we sure that the tables are clear or that it's a nightclub?
That it's a nightclub. We don't really know because we didn't see it from the outside.
Exactly.
That's true.
That's true. Well,
and
now
that might be the beauty.
It did look a lot like a cheap soundstage in Burbank that they dressed up. But other than that,
cheap stage in Burbank is the way to go. that is how people in Burbank get paid. So let us go to this movie, which starts with a person. We're not really told who they are, right?
No.
But I will say we have no illusions that it's a man, because the sneakers that the person is wearing are very much women's sneakers attached to someone wearing all black. And I will therefore refer to this person until their reveal as Skechers Ninja. Skechers Ninja goes into a house awkwardly, doesn't make a ton of noise, but obviously has a direct purpose. That is to turn on the gas inside of the fireplace without lighting the fireplace.
Right.
And then doing something to a light bulb so that...
Specifically doing something to one of those banker's lamps that people used to have on their desk.
Like it would lean over the top of a piano to illuminate your music sheet. That's
Or your papers or whatever. Yeah.
But it's also not something that necessarily you would say, hey, I'm just home and I need to find my way around. Let's light up this banker's lamp. It's very specifically, like it's not even attached to a wall switch. You have to turn it on individually.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that later, when
she was suspicious.
When Sneakers Ninja, departs, the person who comes home starts turning on individual lights. She starts with one wall light with a wall switch, but then starts hitting individual lamps. Which at late at night, you don't need to illuminate every lamp in your house in order for you to get up to your bedroom. I don't know why this person is doing that.
She's a teenager. We should say that. So maybe we don't know why she's doing that. Maybe she's.
What would that change?
I don't know. It's just meaning like I'm just establishing that she is a teenager, not just a person.
Are teenagers more likely to light up individual lamps rather than wall fixtures?
No, little as light possible. Honestly, if I had to choose.
Do you think that's because?
But maybe that's why she wasn't
post 2020 world. And you're like, I need to have the physical sensation of a wall lamp.
No, the reason I brought that up is because I think that is what she was doing. She wasn't going to flood her house with all the big lights. She was just trying to do a little overhead light.
But she turned on at least like 5 lights.
She did turn on, but not any big lights.
Yeah.
Not any big lights.
I suppose.
They were all like little, I'm coming home late and no one expected me.
We do learn that she's not the only person in the house.
Right.
Because there is one shot of Dad. We're assuming to be Dad.
Beware of Dad.
Beware. Dad should have just been where, because he's sleeping underneath one blanket.
Yeah.
But just up to his chest, but not nude. He is very dressed. He's in a t-shirt, but he's not cold, but he's not too hot. It's very specific. They almost want to establish this is the person who's not going to wake up when someone sneaks into their house.
I didn't remember these details.
I don't even remember the shot of the dad.
I have subsisted for 10 years about pointing out the dumbest details of every movie we watch.
This is your job. I forgot.
It's all the jobs I've been left with, apparently, because the entertainment business is cratering. That's neither here nor there. So teen daughter turns on 15 individual lights when they get home instead of just one big one. But also does not seem to be beware of mom.
No, she's just home and turning on lights.
And then randomly gets suspicious of one for no reason.
She does give a suspicious face when she turns on that banker.
Should I turn on this lamp?
Will I? I think I will.
I think I will. And then the best title card I have possibly ever seen. Maybe better than Alien.
Really? Okay. That's quite a statement you're making.
What is the title card?
So the house blows up in a spectacular explosion.
Very convincing special effects that
looks
are definitely
great.
Not done in After Effects. There's a real house explosion they've definitely paid for.
And then the text, "Beware of Mom" in blue font with a blue background shows up. and with a very, very good transition. It looks great.
Yes. It does look great. So then we cut to, the 3 months later thing. And we are introduced to mom number 1, who we will eventually learn is named Tanya.
But we always forget.
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're good at reinforcing a lot of
there
names.
There is one name we remember, and it's not Tanya.
It's not Tanya. It is Kylie, but we will meet Kylie might be in the script more than 200 times. Kylie might be in the script more than the words mom.
Yeah.
Kylie. Everyone needs to directly reference Kylie as we go. And so Tanya has a very angular haircut. I feel like these are very...
It's not a Texas wedge, though.
It's not a Texas wedge, but all of them are very... like someone's idea of what a mom's haircut is, but it also feels Canadian. Like it's either Canada now or America 10 years ago. That's the sort of scenario.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of shocking me when you said this was 2020 because this hair does seem...
I think Beware of Mom is...
early 2000s to
me. Definitely referencing the stereotypical Karen haircut.
Yes, perhaps. The I want to see your manager haircut.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would say Beware of Mom's haircut is the most
right.
Karen-ish.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Whereas Tanya is just high and tight, out of her face because she's got a business to run.
Yeah, she's got a short haircut that isn't hard to take care of because she's busy.
Yes.
All right.
Now she has...
busy kissing boys. Not boys.
Tanya's the mom.
Tanya's the mom.
With the red hair.
I thought we were talking about
Kylie.
No. Not yet. When we are referring to Kylie, we will say Kylie.
We're talking about
right, because they don't mention it enough.
We're talking about the quote unquote nice mom. The mom who has it together.
Quote unquote. She is nice.
Okay, the nice mom who has it together.
She's a little high strung. Let's put it that way.
Sure.
That being said, her daughter, Kylie, the daughter's name is Kylie. She is running with a crowd that owns smartphones.
Uh-oh.
So really, right away, we should be wary of them because they are connected to boys. They're connected to boys who have their own smartphones. Those smartphones could give them ideas like, let's go to this warehouse and drink these beers. And even though Kylie goes with those friends to that warehouse, she does not drink those beers when offered those beers by a very scarecrow-like man.
Who apparently was in college.
But looks sort of 30.
Or was 28, yeah.
I mean, he's younger than some of the guys we'll meet later on.
True.
But also, he looks like if you drew Edward from Twilight from it's like, he's got a chin. There's hair.
Yeah.
Sparkles.
Eyebrows. Yeah, sparkles in the sun, but this is at night.
But yes, he wants to make her, he wants her to party with him.
Yes.
And she declines the beer. And we think to ourselves, oh, Kylie. She's a rule follower. She's a good girl.
She has her head screwed on straight. But as soon as they barely, and I wouldn't call it flirted, they're having a conversation. And then the conversation simply stops and he leans forward as if to say, have you considered making out with all of this?
Uh-huh.
And she's like, you know what? I had, but now, now that it's presented, tongue first
I'm
into
gonna
this.
Open my mouth.
Open my mouth.
All the way.
And just dig in. And as soon as...
And then we go, oh, okay,
I don't
Kylie.
think I've ever been more happy to see the police show up before.
Yes, we are more of an ACAB household than most. Yeah. That being said...
Police, woo, woo.
I think the police are welcome here because these people are out of control.
Stop French kissing.
French kissing and loose beers in front of this abandoned warehouse. And they cheese it. It's the cops. But of course, Kylie stands ramrod still. Phone call to Tanya and her mom. And she's like, she did what? And she is off the rails angry at her.
Yes.
Now, I will say the reason why she is upset is not because she was caught by the cops not drinking and making out with a boy. It's because she said, I'm going to my friend's house, and then went to a warehouse.
And then totally lied about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
which is understandable.
Yes. We would rather have honesty than lies in this household. So when you are invited by your gaggle of cheer friends that you don't really participate with, but you take pictures of because you're the photographer for the yearbook or the newspaper, we're never told. She just takes pictures, but then we almost never see her pick up a camera ever again.
No.
Nope.
This is not the component that like eventually later on she's going to catch somebody in the act with her photography skills. That's just
that'd make
chucked
it
in
an
the
actual
fire.
Good movie.
No. Well, okay.
The secret is out. With millions of younger-looking customers across the country, Plexiderm is one of the most highly sought-after products on the market. It visibly shrinks under-eye bags and smooths out crow's feet in minutes, and the effects last up to 10 hours. Influencers love it, magazines feature it, and people just can't get enough of it. As a matter of fact, Elle Magazine gave it an Editor's Choice Award as Best Instant Wrinkle Filler for 2025. In as little as 10 minutes, Plexiderm reduces the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and those dreaded under-eye bags. So yes, you can look years younger in minutes, and the effects last for hours. No surgery, no gimmicks, just results. The best news, you can try Plexiderm for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Don't wait. Order Plexiderm today. Visit plexiderm.com/special. That's plexiderm.com/special. Paid for by Sheer Science.
Nobody does selling better than Shopify. Shopify is the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret, with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts go abandoned and way more sales going through. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. On the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period for 3 months at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
So anyway,
it's a great movie.
Kylie, her name is Kylie. The daughter's name is Kylie. She is
Kylie
grounded.
Have I mentioned it's Kylie?
Yes. I don't know why I wrote an explosion. Yes, an explosion. That's probably supposed to be further up. She eventually, the next day when returning home from school, she and Tanya look across the street and see 2 people moving into the house across the street. One is that person's number 2 daughter number 2.
Mm-hmm. Again, we don't really know her name.
We will give her a designation eventually, but we're going to need some ground. Not yet. And the other one is Beware of Mom. Beware of Mom is blonde. She's kind of like a 3/4 formed mushroom. She is always wearing bootlets when she's not wearing sneakers.
Yeah, like Peter Pan.
Yes.
Suede booties.
And she's sassy.
She is.
Her outfit has to have a slit in it somewhere.
She loves a cutout. Whether it's the sleeves, whether or not it's a neckline, whether or not it's along the side, she needs a cutout. That's a vital component of her character.
She's also willing to tell us with her acting choices from frame 1 that she is bad.
Yes.
Bad news.
She is the mom we must beware of.
Bad news bear.
Yes. If there's any hope, if you're thinking, maybe I'll watch that and they won't give away which mom to beware of. Nope. You know.
It also does not help that in the tile art for this, in the user index experience, her picture is next to the words beware of mom.
Yeah, there's that too.
So it's not so much a mystery.
Thanks, Fossum.
I looked back into Lifetime's promotion of it. She was also the mom next to the words beware of mom. So everyone was giving that away instantly. But one thing she immediately starts to do is she's lit up by the fact there's another teenage girl who's of relative same age to her daughter. They seem to kind of hit it off in the sense that one person's just moved to town and they're desperate to find a friend, any friend. Kylie is friendly. And therefore she's like, you know what I'm going to do? Start a machination to get this girl actually underneath my care. And then we just move somewhere else. She's a bad planner. Beware of Mom is a bad planner. This is going to come to bear as we move forward. Impressions of Beware of Mom beyond what she dresses like.
Not good. I don't know.
I mean, we talked about it.
Yeah.
She tells you who she is from frame one.
She's an influencer.
Yes, this is
for some reason.
Oh, yes. That's right.
Well, I think because they've given her, like, she has social media skills, I think is a component of it, which is something that Tanya is not encouraged.
I don't know about skills.
She is able to work for herself. She says at one point, if you have 100,000 followers, you could pretty much do anything.
It's not a lot.
Well, I think it's enough.
I think it's enough to
get
some things.
To make a living.
Yeah. You can make a living. She might not be a millionaire, but the reason she's moving into a new house is because her old house blew up.
Yeah, and then she made a law or something.
Made a law?
Yeah. They talked about this. She was like, I'll explain later.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
All right, we'll get to that.
Because that's an important thing.
But one of the things that Beware of Mom instantly begins to plant here is that I am the cooler of the two moms, even though you're supposed to be beware of me.
Right.
Because she hears about how Kylie cannot do this or that because she is grounded. And she's like, what? You didn't even drink. You told the truth in the end. You should be allowed to live. And then you
should come over to our house where there are no rules and it's always really fun.
Exactly.
And I get free swag and all this stuff because I'm an influencer. And so Kylie is actually quite entranced by this at first. She's like, okay, this is cool.
Listen, when your mom closes a door, Beware of Mom opens a window. And she invites her over to say, oh, you can say that you're studying or you're just hanging out with a friend and we're going to make dinner. And then she invites a bunch of people from where she used to live over?
Yes. She says, I invited daughter whose name we don't know, friends from our old town over.
Yes. Friends from our old town that will never meet again are not allowed to talk on camera.
No.
They do not have a +5 budget for this. So you get a lot of yapping silently in the corner as they look over to them. And she sidles up to Kylie. First of all, she says, you're not dressed appropriately. And she takes her upstairs and puts her in a dress. Then reveals, oh, by the way, that's my dead daughter's dress.
You know, by the way.
But just FYI, dead daughter's dress.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. How did this happen? She died in an explosion. So now we know.
Yeah,
we know.
All right.
Probably the same girl that we saw at the beginning. It's not a mystery. But Kylie immediately demurs from keeping this dead person's clothing on. And she's like, no. She would have wanted you to wear it. And I just don't know that that's true. I think she would have wanted to not die in an explosion. I don't know that she had where are my clothes going to go next concerns.
Probably to Kylie.
When she gets back downstairs into the quote unquote party, she's like, oh, look, there's that cute boy. And Beware of Mom's like, oh, no. What you need is a bad boy. That's immediate escalation here. She has just kissed one college dude pretty aggressively, but one college dude. I don't know that bad boy is a recipe for what ails Kylie necessarily.
What does ail Kylie?
Well, according to Beware of Mom, what she needs is someone with more experience. That's someone beyond a bad boy in high school, perhaps even beyond a college boy, because to quote, the only problem with college boys is a lack of experience. That's the only problem with college boys for this high school sophomore. It doesn't even drive
16
yet.
years old, barely.
What she really needs
she is
a somewhat successful local rock musician who has occasional gigs. That's what she needs.
And is also 40.
Yes.
So Kylie is somewhat entranced with this musician who may be big, maybe small. I don't know. He's at
Whoever
a local
he
gig
is,
that
he also has
small potatoes.
Yeah, he's a local gig guy, but he must have a following on social media because that's how she knows him, right? They've had exchanges of influencer, creator exchanges together, and she's dated the guitarist.
Beware of Mom.
Yes.
Specifically.
Yes.
So all of a sudden, she has an in to this guy's local gig, which is taking place at an abandoned warehouse with several couches, a couple see-through tables, and a stage with no speakers on it.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a monitor for a guitar, but the microphone he's singing into is not connected to a sound system that we see.
Yet he keeps asking for the sound to be turned up.
Right. He has no monitors pointed back at him, so I don't know where he's hearing this. The stagecraft is poor. The performance is poorer. The songs they have chosen here, I don't know if they would sound better in another circumstance, but they are unremarkable to the ear and even more so to the eye.
I can't even remember them. Can you?
Were they bad?
Yeah, I think they were bad.
I think they exist as like white noise.
Yeah.
They're just they're
I
not.
don't remember a chorus. Do you?
They're not
either.
Yeah.
They're not pop music, but they are an incredible simulation of it.
Yeah.
And so we get treated to a couple of them, including Kylie being asked to come up on stage. And this man, who is clearly at least post 35, singing directly at this 16-year-old.
Holding her hand.
Right. Holding her hand. And she's like carried away in it. Of course, Beware of Mom is taking 1,000 pictures of this.
Right.
Because of course she's going to post it online, which is exactly where Tanya is going to learn about this later on. That being said, after this, and I will put romantic and dick fingers here, serenade, they are invited backstage to another well-lit green space, which does not seem to be disconnected from the other warehouse space by more than a curtain or two. And they are sitting awkwardly on a chaise lounge. And for some reason, this man is talking to these teenage girls like they're people he should be having conversations with.
More than that. He would
Flirting
like
with
to
them.
do more than have conversations.
Because it takes less than a minute and a half for him to reach over. And again, she meets his lips, his
Tongue open. I mean, mouth open.
mouth
Tongue out.
open, to just
Mouth open, tongue out.
Mouth open, tongue out.
those are the order of operations for her kissing.
Yeah.
And so this is only stopped by what we hear over some sort of loudspeaker that they are due for the second half of their set. So it's not like they're having a concert and everyone leaves after the thing. They are in between sets, which also does not say I'm a rock star that I need to be attracted.
It does not.
And he's like, dang it, I have to go.
Shoot.
Shoot.
Got
Can't keep kissing
This
underage
teenage
girls.
Can't keep macking on minors.
What we
Gotta
do
sing a bad song.
what we do learn about this, right, is that Kylie is constantly encouraged by Beware of Mom to move forward. Even if she's reticent to do something, Beware of Mom is always behind her going, maybe you should do this, maybe you should do this.
Yes.
Including...
I feel like we do have to bring up at this point, though, that another reason Kylie and other daughter whose name we don't know get along
not dead sister.
is because they've both, all right, now we can say it.
Yeah.
She's the not dead sister.
She's the not dead sister. She has a
Whatever
name.
her name is.
It's mentioned once
She's
or twice.
The not dead sister.
But from now on, just know she's not dead sister.
But remember, one of the other reasons they bonded was because Kylie says to her, oh my gosh, your sister died. I know how that feels because my dad died.
Right.
and he died in action in
Afghanistan.
Yes. And so that also explains some father issues of wanting to be attracted to older men because she's missing her dad, a big hole in her
You're
life.
adding context to a movie that could pretty much operate context.
Yeah, no, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm here.
That's right. That's what she adds to this guy.
That's why you're here.
That's why.
But one of the things that we learn here is that Beware of Mom has a lot of aggressive pushing forward advice, including the following. Stop dilly-dallying is something that she repeats often. And I guess start hotty-dallying. Just get up aggressively and kiss this guy as hard as you possibly can. And so she does. And the only thing that stops it is that they've signed a contract to do set number 2. Why they would bring them back out, considering what we saw of set 1, is beyond me. But I didn't write this script. The other thing we learn is that when Beware of Mom walks, it's like she's just received new feet from Timo. Usually I don't focus on how characters walk. And yet here, I think because she's constantly wearing those high-heeled chunky boots, and she's ill-prepared to do it, considering the other outfits she's in, it's like the secretary in Powerpuff Girls. She just kind of along, and it's a very unique walking style. One thing I forgot to say. In the previous thing, when Kylie comes down in the dress that used to be the dead sisters, not dead sisters, like, oh my God, my dead sister was never that hot in that dress, which is crazy to say out loud.
Very weird choice. But when you're not dead sister, you're looking for attention wherever you can find it.
Any way to connect with another human being. And she is desperate for it. And so we don't dislike her because of this. That being said, Tanya, mom number 1, she also has her own picadillos when it comes to dressing. Namely, they're always putting her in an overcoat that gives the impression that she's hunting the world for Carmen Sandiego in her off time. She's investigating shit non-stop. It's a very, very odd look. And one I don't think it looks good on her.
No. Because if she's not wearing a coat, she's wearing a tent-shaped dress
with
lots
layers.
of frills or ruffles or something that add even more bulk and detail to a woman who is not large. She is tiny.
Yes, she's a frail little bird of a person.
Yeah.
Not that she has to wear tight clothing, but it also doesn't denote somebody who's into fashion and makes
and is
dresses.
Literally a dress designer as a living.
She's dressed the most poorly out of the entire cast, and her job within the framework of the movie is I dress people for a living.
Yes.
And I don't know why you would trust her with that assignment based on what she walks out of the house in.
Speaking of dresses, we forgot to acknowledge the part where B of M, Beware of Mom, puts the 2 daughters in her swag that she got.
Oh,
swag
that's
and
right.
That's right.
They get to have a fashion show.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was bad.
Yes, those were clothes. Some looked like a dead Muppet, as I recall.
Clothes, if you want to.
One looks like a skinned Muppet, and the other one looks like she's about to interview in an office.
Yes.
And she's like, "Oh, hachi machi,"
and they
like, no,
don't go together.
They don't look well. They don't look well together, and they don't look great separate.
They don't go at all.
They were trying to have their pretty woman fashion montage moment. This was not it. This was bad. Yes,
but we keep getting these sequences in which Beware of Mom is both flashing back to this horrific thing she did to her husband and dead daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And then
has nightmares about it.
Mm-hmm. But then at a certain point, dead sister arrives back like in full on Freddy Krueger burn makeup.
Half charred.
She's half charred.
So bad.
but not so much her hair. Her hair looks great.
It does.
I think the fire of that explosion has given her a Brazilian blowout.
Yeah.
But her skin, definitely, she died in a fire. Yeah.
A pink fire.
So beware of mom.
Blood is always pink.
That's true. Anytime there's blood, it's like a nice pink. Yeah.
I don't know that we're coming to Lifetime movies for realistic blood work. Let's put it that way. But these constant nightmares are really pushing Beware of Mom to up her timetable. So there are she's like, what are we going to do next? Because you like her, right? You wish she was your sister. Don't you want a sister? Don't you want us to be a family? And that's a really weird thing to say to somebody who's just barely made a friend.
Yes.
And then everything you do
barely lost her own real sister mere months ago.
But if your goal is to get this girl to be your new sister or even your friend, and you keep constantly getting her in increasingly more and more trouble, that doesn't help your fucking case. But Beware of Mom has no capacity to reason this out. No. She's just, I mean, murder's addictive, I think.
She flies by the seat of her pants kind of gal, right? She's, as you said, she's not a planner.
She is not.
She just kind of dives in.
But she then starts to openly tell Not Dead Sister, listen, you have got to step up your half of this. You've got to plant it in her mind that we are her safe refuge, the only place she can go. And what I'm not going to tell you is
your real mom is terrible.
She sucks.
Get away from her.
And just walk across the street. I like the early 45 minutes of this is like, I don't know, maybe you just leave your mom altogether.
Is this when she talks about the dad?
No, that happens a little bit later on. That's the setup because whenever Beware of Mom's machinations don't work, and I promise you, they do not.
They don't.
She then falls a lot of this pressure onto
Not Dead Sister.
Not Dead Sister. Like, come on.
And calls her useless.
Yes. So after Tanya learns about the pictures of that Kylie's lied to her
yet again
because
she did not tell her she was going to a concert.
She didn't tell her she was going to a concert. She said, I'm studying when she was doing a fashion show.
Right.
And Beware of Mom was like, Kylie, you're 16 years old. It's time to start lying to everybody. That is Beware of Mom's advice to her. Just start lying now and lie conclusively and you'll be fine.
And then very obviously, nice mom is not that happy. So she goes over and she talks with Beware of Mom.
Yeah.
And Beware of Mom says she's been locked up for forever.
Yeah.
It has been 2 days.
2 days.
2 days.
2 days. Oh, yeah.
Yes. But in the meantime, because of those pictures that are now being posted online, Graham is blowing up. And Tanya's
the Graham.
And Tanya's not happy about it, nor should she be.
And Kylie's becoming the talk of whatever this smaller town they're in is, right? Because the woman who helps Tanya at the dress shop and others are like, oh my God, your daughter's a model.
Wow, she should be modeling the dresses because you're a terrible model.
Really date this 40-year-old musician, don't you think?
She's wearing better dresses than we have in this shop. And she's right about it. That's the assistant to Tanya anyways. This results in a massive blow up between Tanya and Kylie. Yeah. And Kylie's like, you don't let me do anything. You never let me kiss grown men or put on fashion shows.
She says this exact wording.
Yeah. And then at a certain point, there becomes... Where do we get to the drinking out of coconuts? I have written down, she drinks out of coconuts. Gotcha, bitch. And I don't really know what that's in reference to.
I don't know what that is.
It is a picture of her drinking out of a coconut. I know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so in order for Kylie to have some ammunition against her mom, she's like, well, guess what? Because she's gotten all these pictures from Beware of Mom. You weren't so goody two shoes in your day, were you? Look at you.
Just her drinking.
And it's her drinking out of a coconut, clearly in her early 30s.
Gotcha, bitch.
And
the penultimate gotcha, bitch.
And her, what is the other one where she's like maybe at a dance club?
Right.
But like, no.
These are not, none of these show her hunched over doing cocaine or, like selling drugs out of a car window.
And Tanya tells her this, like, Kylie, I was not 16 years old. Meanwhile, you are all over a Pixafeed. What is a Pixafeed?
I don't know what Pixafeed is. Apparently you can't say Instagram.
But you can say the gram.
You can say the gram.
But you have to make up a fake app. I don't know.
Not the Pixafeed.
Pixafeed sounds like something out of Law and Order SVU. It's like one of those things that's close to a social media app, but not quite. And so Tanya obviously is like, doesn't much matter. But here's the thing. I've now learned that you've gone to this concert. I'm going to confront this guy.
Mm-hmm.
To not kiss my daughter.
Don't make out with my daughter because she's underage. And you're like, okay. But that scene goes on for a while when it's like, hey, dipshit, did you know that the girl you were making out with is underage?
Yeah.
And he's like,
ever do it again? And I report you to the police. That's it.
Yeah.
But the movie's like someone off stage like stretch. So she warns Sad Boy, don't make out with my underage daughter. And of course, Kylie's unfollowed by Sad Boy Rockstar. And she's like, why would this happen? Oh, my mom did this. This is terrible.
Yes. So suddenly life with the Beware of Mom family is seeming better and better.
Better and better.
Yeah.
But there's still a tension here. Tanya is too focused on keeping Kylie out of dangerous situations. And the way out of this is to distract her. There's no better distraction on earth, I think we can all agree, than your coworker being murdered. So she goes straight from, here's pictures of your mom with a coconut, to murder.
Yeah.
And so she sneaks in there. I think actually her plan is to just fuck up the store.
Yes.
She starts tentatively
in quotes. She messes with like four things.
Yeah, it's a lot of haphazardly tearing fabric.
She's been pointed out to her by a production assistant. You can break these 6 things.
You can knock over that shelf.
But you cannot touch these other things. We do not own these dresses. They must retain in pristine condition. And so she does those things in a very controlled, this doesn't seem like rage manner. And then,
someone's at the front door.
Someone's at the door.
Coming in the shop.
And it's the assistant who's come back to do
something.
But at the wrong possible time. Beware of Mom obviously cannot keep it together. She's destroyed stuff. And so she's like, this person's going to call the cops.
Yeah. Well, she is hiding, to her credit. She is hiding at first.
And then there is a phone call.
But the phone rings and the assistant goes over the counter to grab phone and sees her. And so she has no choice. Beware Mom has to pop up. And rather than, punching her and leaving or anything else she could have done,
she hits her with a crowbar.
Hits her with a crowbar until she dies.
Once or twice, maybe.
I will say, for the record, it would take one time being hit with a crowbar and I would probably be dead. It is one of those things. I'm sorry. You hit people with a crowbar in the right way, it's lights out. The last you're thinking is, hey, crowbar, dead.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if it's the pointy end or the blunt side.
No, she's not burying it in her head, but that's a lot of blunt force trauma for most people to take.
Sure.
I'll be honest with you. It's a lot. So
thank you for being honest.
I'm nothing.
Honestly,
if I can't be honest here, where can I be honest? These people need to know I'm being genuine about this.
The secret is out. With millions of younger-looking customers across the country, Plexiderm is one of the most highly sought-after products on the market. It visibly shrinks under eye bags and smooths out crow's feet in minutes, and the effects last up to 10 hours. Influencers love it, Magazines feature it, and people just can't get enough of it. As a matter of fact, Elle magazine gave it an Editor's Choice Award as Best Instant Wrinkle Filler for 2025. In as little as 10 minutes, Plexiderm reduces the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and those dreaded under-eye bags. So yes, you can look years younger in minutes, and the effects last for hours. No surgery, no gimmicks, just results. The best news, you can try Plexiderm for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Don't wait. Order Plexiderm today. Visit plexiderm.com/special. That's plexiderm.com/special. Paid for by Sheer Science.
Most people don't realize how much of their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions pulling details about you from public records and the internet, then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, all backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it together at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/secure. Protect yourself now at aura.com/secure.
And so she makes it look like a robbery. She takes the money out of the cash drawer and then walks away. The next day.
That might be the best she plans the entire
It is her best recovery.
Right. How do I get away with this? Yeah.
Because she never has that same wherewithal for any of the other problems that she encounters for the rest of the movie. But the next morning, and I say morning loosely because I don't think that shop opens until 10, 11 o'clock. It's not really said you don't have to keep banker's hours at your dress shop. Mm-hmm. But this dress shop has glass windows in front of it where you can clearly see this dead person.
Yes.
But no one has noticed the dead person.
It's like a Main Street, USA, but no one knows.
No, people have been walking by it all morning. And is that a dead woman? It's probably a mannequin, I guess, with a pool of blood around her head.
Pink blood.
And 6 ripped dresses.
And Tanya walks in and she's like, oh, no. And so the cops then arrive, and as cops are wont to do in most Lifetime movies, are zero help. They immediately jump to conclusions that it must have been a robbery. But how much of that business is cash-based? I can't imagine. Most of it is cash-based, right?
Right.
That's credit cards. Mm-hmm. It's at best checks.
Yeah.
But how much money are you really keeping in that drawer? And why would you go through the wherewithal coming through the back door when you could just smash in the front door if you're going to rip open a cash register?
I remember the cop being weirdly too chill about the whole situation.
They are very lackadaisical about finding a dead body in a town I can't imagine finds a lot of dead bodies.
No.
But they're like, hey, shit happens. We'll clean this up. You can be open tomorrow. And so Tanya goes back. She's bereft. Kylie also is like, oh, no, not a person who died. So she has human emotions and everything. Mm-hmm. But then Beware of Mom and Not Dead Sister show up with a pan of something like, oh, you discovered a dead body. Have a casserole. We'll all sit down and eat together. And then they start to warm to one another a little bit. They apologize for previous misunderstandings. Mm-hmm. And I won't do this again. And I overstepped my bounds and I overreacted. Great. And then Beware of Mom's like, you know what? You know what you need help with? You know what I can personally help you with? Cleaning up my crime scene that I left for you.
Yeah.
And Tanya's like, great. I don't want to clean up that crime scene. I don't want to
clean up pink blood.
No. You do it. You pick up the 6 things you knocked over and mop the floor where my assistant's blood was. And so that's what they do. And then at a certain point,
it is an awkward scene, I will say, when you've got One woman, sad her assistant / good friend has just been killed, continuing to sew and do bookkeeping on her laptop.
Making the world's ugliest wedding dress. I'll just put that out.
And then, meanwhile, beware of mom just casually sweeping up detritus of dead bodies.
Yeah. I don't know that a broom's going to help you so much with brain matter, but okay.
She doesn't sweep the right way either.
She doesn't. Yeah.
She sweeps like she's never seen what a broom does before. Then, at a certain point, what she's really there to do is to grab the keys to the place.
Yes.
Which apparently Tanya just keeps a spare of and never looks for again.
Right.
And it's like, I've got this.
But grabs the keys after she spends a lot of time and a lot of the camera's energy focused on this woman likes to drink coffee.
Right.
She's clocking that Tanya drinks big mugs of coffee.
And that's when she starts Googling poison.
Oh my God. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
She immediately hits the interwebs. It's like,
top
kill a person with poison?
Poisons.
Yeah. Deadliest poisons to ladies I don't care for. I'd like to steal a daughter. Poisons you recommend, ChatGPT? And that's what she does. And so she learns about some poison, sneaks back into the shop.
With the keys.
Yep. Douses the already ground coffee grinds that are just sitting in the coffee maker.
Weird. Also weird.
Who prepares coffee grounds the night before?
Well,
like this?
people do in their house.
They do in their house.
But not at their place of business.
Right. And she's like, this is going to work out great. And so this is really also ramping up tensions between Beware of Mom and Not Dead Sister, because Not Dead Sister isn't doing enough of the legwork to get Kylie on the leave your mom side.
Yeah. And Mom and Kylie are kind of back together right now because friend has died. She's trying to be comforting and
it's
helpful.
First attempts at killing Tanya.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And so Tanya goes back the next day. Order has been restored. Coffee is being ingested.
Drinks that coffee.
And then wobbles a little bit.
Just a tiny
wobbles a little more.
Mm-hmm.
And then collapse in the exact location that her assistant died in.
And no one notices.
It seems to attract unconscious bodies to this one
Maybe
section
they
of
had
the
already
floor.
lit that area and we're like, let's just get them one after the other.
Yeah.
Just film these.
Film these back to back to back to back. Not Dead Sister and Kylie are yakking it up. And then Kylie is called by the hospital. Hey, FYI, mom had a heart attack. Might want to come in and check on her.
Who finds her?
I think the woman who was getting a wedding dress.
Yes, right. The woman who's getting the world's ugliest wedding dress.
Right.
And so I just have to say, Beware of Mom is not very nice to Not Dead Sister, but Beware of Mom's plan is to have Not Dead Sister drive a wedge between Tanya and Kylie.
Yeah.
But it's just constantly backfiring. Like when she's encouraging her to do it like a couple times, it's in the hospital. That's not going to work. She's concerned about her mom almost dying.
Yes.
That's not the time to drive wedges. That's time to like, hey, you can stay at our house. It's not, you can't do it at that moment in time. It's really fucking stupid.
And then this is what a little bit before this is what you brought up before that she brings up. She tries to drive a wedge by bringing up the dad.
The dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't you think you could have done more to save your husband from his combat mission?
Weird.
But that allows Tanya to be vulnerable. Go, well, actually, I thought about that a lot. And I don't think there's anything I could have said that would have gotten him out of military service. It was just something he was very dedicated to. And I couldn't have predicted when he would have died. He could have died earlier in his service or later. You know, you can't, I can't weigh that. All I know is
a very strange way to try to get
because they hug
your
it
daughter
out,
mad at your mom.
Yeah.
Yes.
They hug it out and they become better mother-daughter. So
Yes.
I don't know what the plan is.
So nothing
there.
is working. And
Nothing is
as far as that goes, and this makes Beware of Mom furious at
she
not dead sister. Yeah.
She hulks the fuck out. She is starting to lose it every which way but Sunday.
Yeah, she looks in the mirror and growls at herself.
She does. There's a lot of Emmy eligibility acting is what I'll call it.
Uh-huh.
That you're allowing people to just like, this is a safe space. Just do what you feel. And they are definitely recording. I will say, if we just go back to the hospital sequence a little bit.
Yeah.
There's a doctor involved who at one point in the explanation of what might be going on is basically saying what there are knowns and unknowns. He goes, here's what I don't know. I don't know your mom's history of potential heart, a disease, attack, or failure. Here's what I do know. She's a fighter. How do you know that? How do you know that? But you haven't looked at her chart or family history.
You know, she's alive. So there you go.
I guess.
She's a fighter.
Okay. Anyways, she recovers from this. It recovers in time to have that confrontation.
Not before the second attempt of murder, though.
That's true. The second attempt of murder is to just pinch one oxygen line, unaware that it's connected to beeping machines that will start beeping a lot when she's not breathing because there's no oxygen going to her. Now, she's only wearing a mask, I might add.
Right.
It's not like she's been intubated.
No.
So it's not like there's air being forced into her lungs.
Yes, it's nonsensical.
Yes.
This wouldn't have actually caused much of a problem.
It would have made more sense to put a pillow over her head. But I guess they don't have pillow over her head money. They have pinch this tube money.
Pinched it and pinched the way she pinched it. Wasn't that so weird? She didn't just pinch it and hold it.
Too.
She like pinched, release, pinch, pinch, release, pinch, pinch. It was so strange.
But eventually it gets to the point where Tanya is recovering, but not quite at home. Mm-hmm. And so Kylie stays over at Beware of Moms and Not Dead Sisters. But there's a tension building within this because Beware of Mom's subterfuge is wearing thin through all the murder attempts and successful murders.
Yes.
So at a certain point, she just kind of blurts out, don't you just want to be my daughter? And for Not Dead Sister to be your alive sister? And she's kind of like, not particularly. Mm-hmm. She's like, drink this hot cocoa that I drugged. I'm getting good at this. And she knocks her out and then tells Not Dead Sister, tie her up.
Mm-hmm. Reminder, we still have 30 to 45 minutes left.
I wouldn't say it's that long. We're in the home stretch. This is the third act when she drugs Kylie. We're pretty much in the home stretch here. But a lot of messages have been sent to Tanya in the meantime. So when she wakes up like, whoo, I was poisoned and had a heart attack. That's tough. Let me check my phone real fast. She goes from I'm recovering to recovered.
Yes.
Very quickly.
Oh, we haven't even brought up the stalking sister-in-law that she gets 8,000 phone calls from.
Right. Yes, that is why her phone is blooping and bleeping.
It is important to bring up because there's a kill-by-kill involving her.
That is true. Once Beware of Mom realizes that the stalking sister-in-law has been sending messages to Tanya. Mm-hmm. She's like, I got to do something about this. And that something is cave in her head with a shovel.
Yeah.
And sister-in-law she's not prepared for an actual physical confrontation. She is constantly telling Beware of Mom, I know you killed my brother and I know you killed my niece. But seems disconnected from the idea that Beware of Mom, having killed two people, has a taste for murder.
No, she doesn't seem concerned that Beware of Mom would hurt her.
My favorite part about all of this is that both times that I've watched this movie, there's a perfectly good pool next to where she is knocked unconscious, and she doesn't use it.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to use it both times. I forgot about this because it's so stupid that she wouldn't drown her in the pool.
Right. Here's this person.
Or drown her in the pool after.
Yeah, just like
to get away with it.
But if she fell, hit her head, and rolled into the pool, that is a better cover-up than just
putting her in the
trunk of the car and driving her around town.
Which is what she does.
And then leaves her something like her fingerprints have to be all over that car. It's ridiculous. She's so bad at this. I'm amazed she got away with the initial 2 murders. But now that she's killed multiple people, nearly killed Tanya, and now given Kylie sleep juice in her hot cocoa, she immediately starts ordering Not Dead Sister to tape up Kylie's wrists, put the bags in the car. Like, what are you doing? Why does this kid have to put the bags in the car? And then hoist this knocked out child in the back seat. And they're like, let's drive away. And that's what they do.
Yeah, time to go.
They just head towards the desert.
Towards the motel, actually.
Yes.
For some reason.
This motel in the desert. They arrive there, and before she gets a room, because they've been driving all night, she's like, you two stay here and don't make a sound. And they're like, oh, okay. And then she gets a room. She requests
before that, they are planning to use their phone, obviously, to contact help. Because, it's the normal thing to do. I don't know. Mom is a terrible planner.
Yes. And
this is bad.
Not Dead Sister has changed allegiances at this point.
It's one thing to hear about this plan. It's another thing to be confronted with the reality.
Yes.
So obviously,
I would like to help free Kylie, but I don't know when the right time is to do it.
And so she gets stymied a couple times. They get this motel room. She puts both of them on a bed, puts a chair up against the door and goes, go to sleep. Now, these kids have been asleep all fucking night. One, because they were drugged, and the other one just out of pure exhaustion. And then she's like, go to sleep again. And so they nap for like an hour until Beware of Mom falls asleep. And then she's like, shh, be very, very quiet. I'm going to release you from Beware of Mom. And so she's like trying to saw open the tape. And finally, at some point, they wake up Beware of Mom. She's like, I need something for breakfast. What do you want? And they're like, I don't know, yogurt? And so Beware of Mom wanders up like, got anything to eat from the hotel manager? And these two
clearly
are like,
leaving them alone without supervision, which is very strange.
I think
she knows.
She assumes that Not Dead Sister is so completely on board with this that she can just leave her in charge. And of course, she sees them sneaking out. And the motel owner is like, hey, are those the 2 teenage daughters you drove up with?
And then she kills her.
Well, she also says, and why does one of them have their hands tied?
Which is a decent question.
It is a good question.
That is a question I would have. So I'm glad she mentioned it. But she doesn't get an answer. What she does get is shivved in the back.
Yeah.
And then she collapses to the ground. And then it becomes a foot chase between Not Dead Sister and Kylie, and then Beware of Mom in what looks to be a ramshackle, burned down meth palace behind the motel.
Have been the longest 10-minute running scene I could have ever possibly watched. After Neil Breen, 2 kids running after they see a Triceratops skull, I think is what happens. I don't know. That took way too long.
I've never been prouder of you than bringing up Neil Breen in conversation on a podcast. I think my work here is done. I think I'll get out of your way so that you can improve him in more significant ways. And then, I'll just wander off into the desert knowing that my purpose is
stones
complete.
in your pocket and
just walk into the sea. But they have to have this long foot chase because this provides Tanya with the time to drive towards where her daughter's phone is, which has been left on. And so she's just following the signal from her daughter's phone.
Yes.
And she arrives at the hotel, finds the motel owner's dead body and goes, better wander off behind here and figure out where they are.
Better go find this empty mystery shack from Gravity Falls, which is what I thought of.
Because what we really needed in this movie was hand-to-hand combat between 2 middle-aged women. And you're saying, but Patrick, that's too good of a setup. It has to be awkward in some way. No. This is well thought out fight sequence between the two of them with almost no weapons. And one of them has a knife, but can't use it. And the other one has gumption and has recently had a heart attack. So she has the advantage. And she knocks out Beware of Mom or pushes her over? Or
she pushes her over, and then Beware of Mom gets up, tries to kill Tanya. Daughter. She tries to kill daughter.
Her own daughter.
And then sees dead daughter as a vision.
Yes.
And then is like, you are traitors. You have traitored. And then you've traitored. And then not dead daughter hits her with a tree branch on the back.
That's where she goes down.
On the back, not her head, on the back. Yes. And she falls unconscious.
Yeah.
And then
with the knife, tumbling out of her hand.
Right.
Yes.
But at this point, they've
so that we're waiting for a jump scare.
Yeah.
That never happens.
Right. Waiting for a jump scare or for the body to be gone. No, she's arrested.
She's
probably
arrested. We think.
Or she died.
Not that anyone's ever called the police, which is another thing you probably should do. No one calls the police.
Nope.
No one involves the police. Again,
no.
Police not having a great record here, not really helping. So perhaps that is beneficial.
Doesn't it resolve at the end with, because they're all having like tea, having a tea party.
And Not Dead Sister is with a foster
with
family now.
Hamburger
No,
buns.
she says grandparents.
Oh, grandparents.
You get to go live with your grandparents.
Right, yeah.
She's like, I have to help them figure out what their phones do and how remotes
technology.
work.
But the food that they have at this party,
at their tea party,
is insane. They have hamburger buns, but no actual hamburger patties, and assorted fruit.
Okay.
No, that sounds like a meal to me. I'm sorry. I apologize to the listening audience. My tummy might have rumbled because I got so hungry thinking about it. And that is the mom we must beware of.
Beware.
I mean, thank you for finding this, Oli.
Yeah.
This is, we're in trying times right now. We're trying to help out with Gena recovering from her surgery.
For sure.
This is the entertainment we needed, and thank you for bringing this to the table. But before we say goodnight, we of course have to choose our own deathventure. That's where we decide of the deaths presented on screen in Beware of Mom. If you were forced to die in one of those ways, which one would you choose and why? Up for bid today, we have blown up real good ×2. Have your head bashed in with a crowbar, slammed in the back of the head with a shovel, stabbed in the back while watering plants.
I, for one, would love to be a part of the amazing title card. So I think I'm going to take the lamp.
You're taking blown up real good?
Taking the lamp, yeah.
You're taking the force of that explosion to the dome?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's a decent enough choice. Becky, what say you?
Lamp explosion is taken. Let's see.
You can pick the same one.
Lamp explosion.
You pick what's right for you.
Oh, okay.
Not what anyone else thinks.
I'm not good with plants, so this one doesn't track. I'm going to go.
This is not a plant household.
Yeah.
No.
We try. We do have 3 that are alive.
Barrel.
That are made to be alive forever.
No, they're not fake.
We have to water them.
We have real ones.
Yeah, but like once a month.
Yeah.
We know our limitations.
That's correct. I guess just not knowing it's coming. I'll go with sister-in-law, just slammed in the head with the back of a shovel, not realizing it's coming your way.
And then die in a car.
Well, we assume died.
I guess
dead body left.
Thought she was already dead, but maybe she wasn't.
Maybe.
Then that's gruesome. But that's what I'm going with.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot of great here, but I do think.
What do you mean? This is all great.
Okay. That's your opinion, and you're welcome to it. I'm going to say head bashed in with a crowbar.
Okay.
Only because I think I could be that dead body that people just don't clock as being dead in front of an open window. They would assume that's some sort of art installation. That guy's asleep. He looks really tired.
In a bridal salon.
Yeah. In a bridal salon. Makes perfect sense. And so that just about does it. Hey, thanks everybody. Thank you, Becky and Oliver, for filling in for Gena this week. I really appreciate it, as does our audience, because they are now aware of Beware of Mom.
That is right.
Who wouldn't want to be?
Beware of Mom is available for you to watch in various modes, both with commercials and without. You can rent it on YouTube. You can watch it on Fossum.
You can. The dog just sighed, so I'm not sure the dog recommends it.
No, the dog does not recommend it.
I recommend it. It was great.
We do recommend that you find us on our socials and talk back to us. We have a Discord channel, and we have our Patreon where you can help support the show financially. And of course, you can talk back to us on Spotify and YouTube. Please subscribe to us on YouTube, even if you don't listen there. It helps us be seen and heard by more people. But that just about does it. Don't worry, folks. The body count will continue. For myself, for Becky, and for Oliver. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
They're